So students, today's lesson is irrational equations and inequalities. Today we'll discuss this topic. We'll solve some questions for this lesson. Okay? If any kind of questions during the lesson, you may ask this. Okay? You are able to feel free asking any question related to lesson, of course. Okay? So first of all, let's check your knowledge about irrational numbers. As you said, irrational numbers is numbers which involving square root, and we cannot find the answer just for these numbers, like square root of 2, square root of 3, square root of 5. They're not just the second power of any number. That's why they're irrational. And plus there are some kind of numbers like pi and e. Yeah, pi is 3.1415. Yeah. E is 2.703 and up to infinity. They are actually irrational numbers. Today, equations and inequalities will be on this kind of numbers. Irrational equations and irrational inequalities. First one is equations. And equations might be in this form. Square root of fx and gx. Fx and gx here just expressions, students. They're not new things or new items. They're just expressions, algebraic expressions. Instead of them, some kind of numbers or algebraic expressions might be like 2x minus 3, 2x plus 4, 2x plus 5, like this. Yeah? Understand? And first of all, to solve this equation, we must find domain of function. Domain of function means the possible values of x. It means x must be inside of this domain. Okay? And here, just fx must be greater than or equal to 0. And this part also, because the answer of the square root cannot be negative. And inside also cannot be negative. And that's why, students, you have to pay attention to this part of this lesson when you are solving the questions related to irrational equations. Okay? So, this is the first step, or A step. What about the B step? B step here just to solve an equation, to solve this equation. To solve this, we must raise to the power. If there is no any kind of number, it means it's the second power. It's the second power. What does it mean actually, second power? How is it called in mathematics?
Square root.
It's square root. Or this 2 is index. Index of power. Index of power here is 2. That's why we must raise to the second power, to both sides. Yeah? Fx and g squared x. This is the second step to finish. And when you solve this, you'll have some kind of answers. Some answers you will find. You'll find, but students, you have to check these answers if they are true or not. Yeah? Sometimes you may have roots of equations which are not necessary. How are they called, students? Extraneous. Extraneous solutions. Because, students, in some cases, extraneous solutions might appear, yeah? So, that's why, students, after having solved A and B, you must check. It means C part is checking, yeah? Checking the roots of equation. Checking the roots of equation means when you have some kind of x or x's, x1, x2, x3, x4, up to infinity, you might have multiple answers, yeah? you must put these numbers instead of this x. Let's see this in example. Example Gracia and 2x minus 3 equals x minus 5. Yeah? To solve this, first of all, we'll check 2x minus 3 must be greater than 0. X must be greater than 3 over 2. Or, yeah, 1.5 or 1.5. So, now, it's the first part. And what about the second part, students? X minus 5 also must be greater than 0. X must be greater than 5. It's the common one. X must be greater than 1.5. X must be greater than 5. And the answer here, the common response is X must be greater than 5. Yeah? And when you solve the equation, your answer must be inside of this interval. Am I right? Yes? So, let's solve this. The last step is raising to the second power. Power 2. Let's raise 2x minus 3, x squared minus 10x, yeah, plus 25. And x squared minus 12x plus 28, yeah? And let's find the discriminant before solving this one, because this is quadratic equation, yeah? If discriminant is greater than 0 or equal to 0, in this case there is solution. But in either case, there might no solution. Yeah? That's why let's find a discriminant. Discriminant here is, what is the result of discriminant here, students? It's going to be 112, and if it is subtract from 144, it's going to be 32. Yeah? 32. It's greater than 0. In this case, there is solution. Let's find the solution. x1 and 2, yeah? 12, 32 over 2, yeah? 12 plus minus, it's going to be 16 times 2. 16 means 4. And all are divisible by 2. Am I right, Subrat? Am I right? Parengis? Okay. In this case, the answer is 6 plus minus 2, this one. Yeah? But students, pay attention. What is the result of square root of 2? Around 1.4, yeah? Yes. And 1.4 means twice 1.4, just 2.8. Yes. 6 minus 2.8 is
less than 3 point.
Yeah, it's gonna be 3 point something. But the answer must be, in the beginning we said x must be greater than 5. Yeah? That's why only true answer is 6 plus 2 times square root of 2. Did you understand, students, the irrational equations?
Yes.
Yeah? Now students will start the inequalities. So, it's not just inequality, students. It's irrational inequality. It means, like in an ordinary inequality, there is no equal sign. Instead of this, just signs of inequality. And what types of signs of inequality you know, students? No, first of all, let's classify them into two classes. There are two classes first, strict and non-strict. Yeah. What is the strict? What is the difference between strict and non-strict inequality signs? They are
Domain of function include this
interval. In the interval, if the sign is non-strict, just the point must be shaded or closed. If there is no just non-strict, I mean there is strict,
point is empty.
only empty, open. It means just these numbers which are open are not included. They are excluded in the solution. So, just we remembered now inequality signs. And students, now we have to just move up onto irrational inequalities. Irrational inequalities just can be fx greater than gx, fx less than or equal to gx, fx greater than gx, fx less than gx. As you can see, students, here the first type, here second type, non-strict and strict. Students, in the first case, like the equation, we must get domain of function. Yeah? And gx must be greater than 0. And then raising to the second power. Yeah? Or students, or if another case also possible, I mean gx here positive, what about the gx is negative? Yeah? Let's say if gx is negative, no, there is answer. Only inside must be positive. If inside of square root is positive, it doesn't matter it's positive or negative. Here it's just like condition, okay? But it's not solution. If like this, if like this, it means then you must solve in this case, then you must solve in this case. So, what about this one? Fx must be greater than, gx must be greater than, and only raising to the second power. But students, here jx cannot be gx negative. Why it cannot be negative, students?
Because when we raise to the second power, our answer always will be positive. Should be positive.
Yeah, the answer of square root must be positive. And it cannot be less than negative.
Yes.
Yeah. In this case, there is no logic. There is no point in finding this question. So now this strict one. Yeah. And when we are solving this, fx must be greater than or equal again, and gx just greater than 0. Yeah. Fx g square x. Just there is difference between signs. But anyway, the solution is the same, yeah? So, if gx is negative, so it's also condition. Now, fx must be positive, fx and g square x, gx must be always positive, but it cannot be 0. And here it can be 0, yeah? Because there is dash. It can be 0. I mean, out of the square root it's possible to extract out 0, but negative number not. But here there is no dash, yeah? If there is no dash, in this case, there is no 0, 2. So, it's just explanation, and after having copied this, we'll solve some questions on this topic. So students, are you writing?
Yes.
Have you written this side?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Michel, I didn't understand why here gx just strict greater than 0. Here gx greater and equals to 0, and here gx greater than 0. Oh.
You mean in this part, yeah? Less than.
No. Sorry.
You mean there is dash, but there is no dash, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Why?
Because we put there is dash, yeah? It means it includes already 0. And plus, no, they must be the same. No, they must be the same. You're right. But there is no. Because only once you may consider this as 0. Only once. Next time, we consider 0 here, but we don't consider it here. But here it cannot be 0. So that's all. Thank you. So if you have written, we'll start the questions on this topic, students. Let's start from the question number 1. Hey. So it's not irrational actually. First, it's not irrational, but there are some kind of inequalities like simultaneous. It explains how to solve simultaneous. That's why let's see first simultaneous. We're going to change the place of 9, yeah? And x minus 3, x plus 3. Okay. So now students will put these numbers to number line, yeah? Minus 3 and 3. There is dash. They're shaded. And we have to put some numbers from the regions to find the signs. If we put 4 here, students, sign of this one, positive,
Negative.
positive. And x must be greater than 0. Yeah? And we need negative actually, according to first one. And x must be greater than 0. Now we're going to get intersection, yeah? From 0 up to 3. So now question number 2. A1. It's easy question. Just only first case is x plus 1 must be positive, yeah? X must be greater than minus 1. This is DOF. What does it mean, DOF?
Function.
It means the possible values of x must be inside of this interval. Now we're going to raise to the second power. If we raise to the second power, it's going to be 4.
Yes.
And x plus, no, we're going to change the plus 1 to the other side. 3. X must be greater than minus 1. Yeah? But x must be less than 3. The intersection is from minus 1
Up to 3.
up to 3. You're right, students. Thank you. You're right. Question number 2, E1. X squared plus x plus 12. Minus 12, yeah? Minus 12. And less than x. First of all, students, we have to check the inside, yeah? And this side also must be positive, but there is no dash. That's why there is no dash. And this is actually first one, this first one, yeah? Inside must be greater than, gx must be greater than 0, and square. X squared. So now we have to solve this one. When we solve this one, according to theorem of WIUT, it's going to be minus 4 and 3. X plus 4, x minus 3. Yeah? Greater than?
You can subtract x squared x.
I'm not talking about this one now. I'm talking about this one. Okay?
Mr. Rusher,
Yeah.
we have x with positive sign, with plus, yes?
Yeah.
And our множители minus 4 and 3. If we subtract, it will be, if we add them, x will be with negative signs. Минус 4 плюс 3 минус 1 же будет. А у нас же x плюсом стоит, я имею.
Can you remind me the theorem of WIUT? Can you remind me theorem of WIUT?
Oh, yes.
No, remind please. Say this. I want to listen to theorem of
Yes.
WIUT.
X1 plus
Two
x2
must be
minus
equal
b.
minus b. It means when you add this minus 1 and minus, just the opposite one, this positive will be. So now students will draw again number line for minus 4 and 3, yeah? Positive, negative, positive. We are finding these signs by putting some numbers, yeah? From here just 4 we are putting instead of x. From here just 2, and from here minus 5. And we need actually only positive, yeah? And it means these intervals are answered. But here the second inequality is x must be greater than 0. Only this interval. This is the domain of function. And now the third one is when you find this x squared and x squared are cancelled out because they are the positive sign and the same. When you change the place of this to the next side, it's going to be negative. And the sum of opposite numbers is 0. Only x minus 12 less than 0. X less than 12. There is 12 and less than this one. Yeah? The intersection is from 3 up to 12. That sounds. Did you understand, students?
Yes.
Okay. So, question number 3. A1. 2x over x squared minus 1 greater than x minus 1 minus 1 over x plus 1, yeah? Like this, students? And we have to solve this one. To solve this, students, this is the fractional inequality, rational one, not irrational, fractional. And first of all, to solve this, we need the common denominator. Yeah? We'll find common denominator. Here x plus 1, x minus 1. And this is x minus 1, x plus 1. Because this is the formula of short multiplication, difference of squares. And here x minus 1, x plus 1. When you multiply x to 2x plus 1. It means x squared plus x minus x plus 1. Yeah? Now, students, they are opposite and sum of this is 0. When you just change to the next side, x squared minus 2x, yeah, plus 1, over x minus 1, x plus 1, less than 0. It's going to be x minus 1 squared, x minus 1, x plus 1. Yeah? We have the same, and we may reduce them, but it's fraction. If you are reducing, you must write x minus 1 cannot be 0 because denominator cannot be 0. X cannot be 1. Yeah? Now only left x minus 1 and x plus 1 less or equal to 0 and minus 1 and 1. 1 in the numerator, minus 1 is in denominator. But students, x minus 1 cannot be 0, means x cannot be 1. Yeah? This also is going to be open. And positive, negative, positive. We need negative. From minus 1 up to 1. So, this is answer.
Where did you find minus 1 in the line?
When you x plus 1, when you equalize x plus 1 to 0, you will have minus 1.
Yeah.
Hassan.
Yeah.
Okay. B1. Five minus x, x minus 10, greater than minus 1. Yeah? Yes, always square root is greater than negative number, but if the inside is positive. Am I right, Abbas John? Yeah? Are you observing the lesson, mister? Thank you. So, 5 minus x and x minus 10 must be greater than or equal to 0. Okay? And just we're going to use again the number line. When we equalize this 0 is 10. Yeah? When we equalize to this 0, 5. And 10 is in denominator, it's not included. And 5 is numerator, it's included. When you put 11 here, 5 minus 11 is negative. Negative, positive, negative. We need positive. From 5 up to 10. So now, do you have any question? Francis, do you have any question? Babur?
No, we have.
Abbas John?
No.
Abbas John?
No.
Okay. Hassan?
Why 10 isn't dash?
Because 10 is denominator. 10 is in the denominator. And denominator cannot be 0. Because we cannot divide into 0. Anna, question? All is clear for you, yeah? Okay. Dior?
I haven't gotten it.
Mister? Patrick? No? Thank you. Okay. Okay, another question. So, question number 4. So students, O da gördün? Okay. We'll solve according to rules which I've expressed in the beginning of lesson, if you remember. Inside of this must be greater than or equal to 0. And this side also must be greater than 0. And we have to raise to the
Second power.
second power. Yeah? Now, let's start from the first one. According to theorem of WIUT, what is the answer of this first one? 5 and 5.
No, minus 5 and 50.
5 and 50?
Minus 5 and
Minus
50.
5 and 50.
No, 5 and 50. Yeah, yeah.
5 and 50 students.
5 and
5 and 50. Because the multiplication is positive, and if you add 5 and 50,
Negative.
55 and negative. Yeah. And here x must be greater than 14. And actually, students, this is DOF. Yeah? And let's solve this one to this side. Let's solve this to this side. So when you draw the number line 5 and 50, both are shaded. And 51, if you put here positive and negative, positive. We need positive. But x must be greater than 40. Intersection. This is DOF. From 15 up to positive infinity. Yeah. Now we'll solve this one. X squared minus 55 x plus 250 x squared 28x plus 196 and minus 50 x 250 minus 28 x plus 190. Yeah? Now announce to one side, announce to the next side. Yeah? Minus 55x plus
28.
196
Minus 2.
yeah. It's gonna be minus 54. When you divide by minus 27, it's gonna be 2. X must be greater than 2. 2 is here. When we combine the answers, again, this answer is from 50 to infinity. This is answer. So, this is all. So, question number 5. Students, now we are studying equations. Yeah? Irrational equations, A1. Just first of all, we'll find a noun. Yeah? 16. And x must be always greater than or equal to 0. And raise to the second power, 256. This is A1. Let's see D1. D1 is with unknown in this side. X must be positive always. 0 can be, but positive. X plus 2 also must be positive. x must be greater than or equal to minus 2, but there is x must be greater than 2. In this case, when we raise to the second power and then solve this, our answer must be positive. 2n minus 1, 2 is answer, minus 1 is not answer. Yeah? Answer is 2. So, question number E. Question number 5 and E1. Cubic. Students, pay attention. If square root index is cubic, I mean it's not even odd power, yeah? We don't need to find the domain of function. We don't have to find the domain of function. It can be negative too. That's why just immediately we'll start by raising to the third power and 64. 64 minus 1, x is 63. Answer 63. So now question number 6. We'll start with question number 6. Yeah, students, how are you feeling? So far so good, students?
Yes.
Or is there any problem?
No.
No problem?
No.
Are you in good mood?
Yes.
In this case, let's continue. So, question number 6. A1. Yeah? Just, Zumrad will change this one to the next sign. I mean, we'll transfer the next, this part to the next side. And then we'll have like this. Yeah? If you encounter such kind of equations, you may raise to the second power, or you don't have to raise to the second power. It's your option. Why? Because anyway, the powers are the same. I mean, square roots, both sides are on the square roots. Yeah? That's why we don't need to raise to the second power. Just we'll solve. X is 3. Let's check. When you are solving the irrational equations, you must always check your answer by replacing the answer instead of x. X is 3. If we put here 3,
Root of 5.
5.
6, yeah, 5, it's positive, you're right. 3 plus 2, 5. Positive, both sides are positive. And the same things, if you just subtract the same thing from the another same thing, 0. It's true.
Yes.
In this case, it's true. So, B1. So,
Again, we should
Change.
change place.
yeah, it's possible. Why not? It's possible.
Would be more easier.
Raise to the second power. The same things again in the both sides, yeah? Just will reduce to the same things, because when you change anyway, the result will be 0. And 4 plus 2, x plus 3 equals 0. minus 4, yeah, minus 2. Sorry, mister? Quite loud, please.
Cannot be, yes.
Yeah, it cannot be solved. There is no solution. There is no solution. Because the answer of square root cannot be negative. That's why. So now question number 7. A1. So students, here, third and sixth here, they're not powers, they're index. They're indices. In this case, actually, roots are rational exponents. Yeah? The exponent of this 1 over 3, the exponent of this 1 over 6. Which one is bigger?
1 over 3.
1 over 3 bigger. It means the square of 1 over 6 is 1 over 3. Am I right? Square of this equals to this one. That's why students will just do some kind of rearranging. If this is A, another part will be square of this.
A square.
A squared plus A minus 2. And minus 2 and 1. But students, even root cannot accept negative number. Cannot accept. That's why negative 2 cannot be. Only 1. Yeah? Answer is
2.
1. Any power of 1 is 1.
No, I saw it myself and I'm sorry.
You don't have to be sorry for mister. Okay. It's just lesson. In the lessons, people must learn. But in the exam, you don't have any right to make a mistake. Yeah? But in the lesson, it's possible. So, let's solve the C1 from the question number 7. Yeah? C1. X squared plus x squared plus x equals 2. Students, x squared plus x plus x, they are the same. Yeah? Same expressions. But there is no root and there is no power.
We can rearrange it.
Yeah, we can rearrange now. When you reduce this, again x squared plus x, the same thing. That's why, students, it's a again, a squared plus a minus 2, minus 2, and 1. And square root cannot be negative, only 1. X squared plus x equals 1. X squared plus x squared is 1. Minus 1. And when you find this by quadratic formula, yeah, quadratic formula, minus 1, 1 plus 4, and 2. Minus 1 plus minus 5. Students, actually, this is the inside of the square root, yeah? Let's put the domain of function, yeah? Actually, minus 1 and 0. Positive, negative, positive, yeah? And but we need positive 1. So we need positive 1. And square root of 5 means 2.4 or 2.2 plus minus 1
Minus
is,
1, it's not 4 yet.
no, it's going to be 2.3, let's say. 1.3 over 2. It's going to be 0.65. 0.65 here. In this case, first one is answer. First one is this one. And minus 2.3 plus minus 1 minus 3.3 over 2. It's going to be minus 1.65. It's here. It's also true. Yeah? Both are possible, students. So, did you understand?
Yes.
Yeah? Now let's see the question number 8. And we need to find x0 plus 2. x0 here, the answer, yeah? Students, let's add 2 to both sides first. Yeah? Plus 2. Yeah? In this case, x plus 2 minus x plus 2 minus 10. 0 plus 2 is 2. Am I right?
Yes.
Why it's possible to add the same numbers? Because the same numbers anyway can be reduced. And again, we'll have the original one. Yeah? That's why it's possible. And we may rearrange here. T, yeah? T squared minus T minus 10 equals 2. T squared minus T minus 12. It's going to be 4 and minus 3. But square root cannot be negative. Our answer is, in this case, square root x plus 2 is 4. X plus 2 is 16. X is 14. This is the answer. But students, question actually asked us to find x plus 2. It was possible to stop here because we found already this. Yeah? So now question number 9. Question number 9. A1. First of all, x plus 2 must be greater than 2, yeah? Because inside of the square root must be positive. And now we are raising to the second power, yeah? And the same things, and only x plus 2 equals 0, x is minus 2. But minus 2 is, there is dash, it's possible. Yeah? Now B1. Question number 9, B1. It's cube. We don't need to check the domain of function like this, yeah? Cube, cube. 4 minus, it's gonna be 8. Minus cubic root of x plus 3 is 4. Minus x plus 3 is 64. Minus x is 67. X is minus 67. Huh? Did you understand, students? Do you have any question? So far, so good?
Yes.
If anything seems difficult or ununderstandable, you may ask, okay? Yeah.
In question 8, when you add the 2, x plus 2 minus x plus 2 on the root and minus 10, you add the 2 for all
To both sides. You may add this to both sides. To this side 1, 2. If you can see. To this side 1, 2. Not to each of this. Okay. So question number 10. Students, if even roots and powers are given, the answer will be in absolute value. But for odd, there is no such rule, yeah? 2 absolute value x minus 2x. And absolute value means minus x and x less than 0, x greater than 0. First one, x greater than 0. 2x minus 2x is 7. 0 equals 7. There is no solution. Yeah. Now, students, x is less than 0. Minus 2x minus 2x is 7. Minus 4x is 7. X is minus 1.75. Less than 0? Yeah, less than 0. Yeah? Is it true? So now we're studying another question. So other question. So question second part of this topic. Again, question number 1 we'll start, okay? Question number 1. X plus 2, 2 minus x, x plus 3, 4 minus x, 3 plus x over 4, 1 minus 2x over 6, greater than 1. Yeah? So, first of all, we'll just simplify this one. Yeah? Like an equation, we have to simplify. Simplifying means just opening the brackets, expanding the brackets, and finding the simplified form. Yeah? The easiest form. Lowest terms we must find. So when we open this, 2 plus x will change, yeah? We can change 2 plus x to minus x, 4 minus x squared. It's going to be, when we multiply this one, 4x minus x squared. When we multiply this to this, 12 minus 3x, yeah? And minus x squared, yeah? 4 less than 4x minus 3x is x plus 12. X greater than 4 minus 12, yeah? X greater than minus 8. Now we have to solve this one. To solve this, we must find common denominator. Yeah, thank you for that word. It's true. It's 12, yeah? 3 plus x. 1 minus 2x. And we'll open this 9 plus 3x plus 2 minus 2x. It's
4
minus 4x. No.
2x
4.
minus 4x.
And 11 minus x, 12. 1, x less than minus 1. Yeah? And we'll find the common response. Minus 8 and minus 1. Greater than this one? Less than this one. So, this is the answer. By the way, students, why Bakram didn't come? Who knows the reason?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think only Bahram is absent, yeah?
Yes.
Indira is too. What happened to Indira? Girls? You don't know? Okay. You don't have any close relationship with the group mates? You have? But okay, please ask her after the lesson, okay, what happened to her. And boys, ask the Bahram what happened to Bahram, okay? So, now we'll see the question number 2. Okay. Sorry? If you have anything to say, if you want to say anything, you may. You are allowed to say, okay? Okay, sorry? Question number 2. First, just the inside must be greater than or equal to, and 6 minus 3x must be greater than
Equal, yes, no.
no equal, and then just racing to the second power. Because when we solve the first one, x squared minus 2x minus 8 less than 0, it's going to be 4n minus 2. And when we solve this, x less than 2, yeah? Let's find this one. If we put to interval minus 2 and 4, both are shaded, positive, negative, positive. We need negative. And x must be less than 2. Yeah? The common response now, this one, it's just DOF. It's DOF. Yeah. Let's solve now the inequality itself. Yeah? Tan x squared minus 38x plus 28, yeah? Yes. Less than 0. It's possible to divide by 2. Now let's find the x1 and x2 to factorize this, yeah? When we calculate this, it's going to be 280, and 361 minus 280 is 81. 81 means 9 and 10, yeah? 19 plus 9 is 28. 28 over 10 is 2.8. 19 minus 9 is 10. 10 over 10 is 1. And we need actually just interval now. 1 and 2.8. And both are open. Positive, negative, positive. We need negative. But there was such kind of answer. Let's find the common response. What does it mean, common response, students?
Общее значение.
Общее
Значение.
answer. Common answer. Okay? So, minus 2 and 2, it was just the between them. That doesn't mean a function. But we got from 1 to 2.8. Intersection is answer. Yeah? Yeah. It's true. It's answer, students. So did you understand the question? Okay. Question number 3.
Which page?
On page 35. Question number 3. Let's see D1. 2x plus 5, x plus 2. Yeah? Raising to the second power, 4x plus 5, x squared plus 4x plus 4, 4x plus 20, yeah? X squared plus 4x plus 4, 4x and 4x again cancel it out because they are the same when you change the places of them. Anyway, the sum of them, the opposite numbers is 0, yeah? And x squared equals 16, yeah?
X is plus 4, x minus 2.
X is plus minus 4. But is it true, students?
No, Mr. Asher. It's
X plus 2 must be positive, yeah? Am I right? That's why students, minus 4 cannot be answered. Answer is, yeah.
Here x squared equal minus 16.
How?
When we change 20 to the left side, right side, it will be 4 minus 20.
But x squared.
Yeah, you're right, student. Absolutely. Then, yeah, it's possible. Then go ahead. Student, go ahead. I'm waiting for you. Go ahead. You said x squared must be equal to minus 16.
I have a mistake, I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you for admitting an acknowledgement. I'm so happy for you that you acknowledged it, okay? So, students, now, question number 4. Are you relaxing the lesson, students?
Yeah.
Enjoy? Enjoy. So I'm happy actually if you are just relaxing. Okay, so question number 4. A1. So, to find this, students will change the place, yeah? And raise to the second power. X minus 3, y minus 2, x minus 18, and x minus 18. X's are the same, yeah? And minus 3 minus 1 plus 18 equals minus 2, x minus 18. Yeah? It's going to be now 14 minus 2, x minus 18. X minus 18 equals minus 7. There is no solution.
Yes.
Now B1. So to solve this, yes, we may skip the root, yeah? We may skip because index of root are the same, yeah? Am I right, students? So, just multiplying this to the next side, yeah? 2x squared minus 2x plus 1. 2x squared minus 5x equals 0. 2x, x and 2x minus 5, yeah? x1 is 0, x2 is 2.5.
Answer is 2.
Let's put 0. 1 over minus 1 is
Cannot be.
cannot be. Only answer is this one. So, question number 5. Yeah, question number 5. Here just we don't need to check the domain of function. Why, students?
Because it's equation.
Because it's equation. It's logical. Thank you.
Because there is a squared x squared.
There is x squared, mister. There is x squared. X squared always positive. We know the sign. Sign is positive. That's why we don't need to check. Okay? So raising to the second power. They're the same. X squared minus 4, x squared plus 4. X squared minus 4 equals 2. X is positive or negative 2. But x squared plus 4 equals 0. There is no answer. So, this is the answer. Now, the last question of today's lesson is question number 6. Are you not tired, students?
No.
No? No. No. Okay. Sorry, Zumrat? So last question. Question number 6. A1. Again, we're going to do some kind of rearranging, yeah?
Yes.
A squared minus 7 and 6. Yeah? And but square root cannot be negative, only positive. Yeah? X squared plus 11 is 6 plus 36. X squared is 25 plus minus 5. Both are possible because that's x squared, and square means negative will not have. You don't have any question?
Thank you for the lesson. Thank you for the teaching.
Thank you for coming, and your home assignments will be sent to your group, and you'll be provided with materials.
Okay.
Hey, thank you, students.
Thank you.